Good afternoon, Cross Timbers. Today is Wednesday, March 21st, and I'm Victoria Brown. Welcome to our Texan TV newscast. In campus news, yesterday National Ag Day was hosted by Tarleton's College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences. The theme was Food for Life, and free food was given out by local businesses to students who stopped by. Many of Tarleton's campus organizations, including Agricultural Communicators of Tomorrow and the Dairy Club, were involved talking to students about the agriculture industry. Even some livestock joined in on the fun on campus. This event happens every year to celebrate National Ag Week and National Ag Day, so if you missed out this year, you can look forward to the event next year. In local news, Erath County Sheriff Matt Coates named Sergeant Investigator Cody Keith captain during a brief ceremony held at the County Sheriff's Office on Monday. Sarah Vandenberg with the Empire Tribune reported that Keith will now oversee operations and patrol at the county jail. Keith, who is a three-time cancer survivor, says he is looking forward to his new role serving the department that he loves. And now today's Texas news from the Associated Press. A Pflugerville man who was suspect in the recent Austin bombings, identified as Mark Anthony Condit, died today after setting off an explosive in his car off of Interstate 35 just outside of Austin. The most recent explosion at a FedEx distribution facility in Schertz was linked to the 4 explosions that occurred around the Austin area earlier this month. Yesterday, Brianna McCarty with Texan News Service reported 2 dead and 4 injured in the blast that spanned from March 2nd until March 18th. No one was injured in the latest incident, which occurred at 12:35 Tuesday morning. NBC News is reporting that Condon is thought to have sent off 2 packages from a FedEx drop-off center in Austin, the first of which exploded on a conveyor belt in the Schertz distribution facility, with the second having arrived at a facility near the Austin airport. Both packages are believed to have contained nails. The second package was secured and turned into law enforcement. Police say there are suspected accomplices and the investigation is still underway. The FBI and the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives are assisting with the investigation. And for today's national and international news, we turn to the AP News Minute.
This is AP News Minute. The Austin, Texas police chief announced Wednesday morning that the package bomb suspect is dead. The suspect blew himself up in his vehicle as officers approached. At least one officer also fired at him. An early spring snowstorm is expected to move up the northeast coast Wednesday, bringing a foot or more of snow to some areas. New Jersey, Maryland, Delaware, and eastern Pennsylvania are expected to get the biggest hits. Authorities in southern Maryland credit a school resource officer with intervening quickly when a student opened fire in a high school Tuesday. The teenage shooter was killed, 2 students were wounded. And the pilot of a small plane wasn't hurt when his aircraft crashed into the Columbia River in Oregon. Authorities say the plane had mechanical issues and it flipped when the pilot tried to land on a sandbar. Matt Small, The Associated Press, with AP News Minute.
In international news, according to the Daily Mirror, ASOS, a clothing brand based in the UK, is being slammed as irresponsible and dangerous for stocking size 2 clothing. Shortly after the Daily Mirror story, social media fashion influencers lashed back. Chloe Elizabeth, a fashion influencer, used her platform on Instagram to release a statement. In her statement, she touched on the importance of clothing for women of any size. "I am," she said, "a size 2 and I am perfectly healthy. I am just petite." More brands should really start spending as much time on petite-sized clothing as they do on other sizes. This morning, over 9,000 people liked this post and over 500 commented. A majority of the comments were in agreement with her statement. One user, @FlameandLauren, said, "Exactly, I can hardly ever find anything that will fit me without being too long, as they seem to think everyone is so tall." In sports, yesterday the Tarleton softball team pulled off a sweep of St. Mary's University in day 1 of back-to-back opponents in Stephenville. Tarleton Athletics reports the Texans took Game 1, dominating the Rattlers 4-0, and took a 4-3 win in Game 2. Today, the Texans take on Friends University at 3:00 p.m. at the TSU softball complex. This game will serve as the last matchup before the Texans move into conference play this weekend. And now to Sabrina Rodriguez with today's weather.
After yesterday's cold weather, today we'll be having things warm up quite a bit. We'll be having a high of 71 and a low of 49. Now, this warm weather is expected to go on throughout the week. For the next few days, we should be looking at temperatures in the 70s, and after that, we will be getting into the low 80s. I'm Sabrina Rodriguez, and you guys are watching Texan News.
This has been a production of Texan TV News, a product of the Texan News Service from the Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas. Watch us live on Apogee Channel 2.1 in the dorms at 12:30 weekdays. If you live off campus, tune in on Northland Cable Channel 9. You can follow the Texan News Service on Facebook and Twitter, and check out our website at www.texannews.net for all of your latest local, state, national, and international news. Today's broadcast was produced by Rachel Hawley, Sabrina Rodriguez, Daryl Eubank, and Joel Leach. Have a wonderful day, Texans.